Sorry about that technical difficulties, everybody, but you're back with me, Ken Breeze, Burling's Beard, on the Secrets of Hammerfast D&D Twitch stream. We are dealing with Klaugischieldkrote, the underwater dragon turtle of Glimmer Lake. The party has just provided the dragon with some armor, magical armor, which it bent down very quickly and ate. It snatched up with its mouth and ate whole. It seems to be like gulping it down at this point. And then it sort of looks back at all of you and nods and sort of then gestures to Alaron to come forward, as Alaron has agreed to take the mark of Klaugischieldkrote. As you step up closer and closer to the creature, it is ginormous. It rears above you. The Klaugischieldkrote intones, and I will see what you see, feel what you feel. You will become of me. Turn and kneel.
I turn and kneel.
As you turn and kneel, now you're back to the creature. It rears up once again, and its fin claw goes to touch, it seems, one of the marooned armor plates that make up its underbelly. But instead of simply touching it, claws sink in as it pulls this armor plate off and then shoves it into Alaron's back. Alaron, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a good one. 20.
Nice. Yeah. You'll take 12 fire damage as this superheated magical dragon scale is basically grafted onto your back. It's almost like you have a turtle shell now, but it's not sticking out. It sort of grafts all the way into your skin, so it's sort of flush. The only thing is that your shoulders seem to be a little bit bigger, maybe, or broader, because this thing is taking up your back. How do you react to this?
Wait, I have an actual metal turtle shell?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm not too vain, so.
Sudden hunger for pizza.
Yeah, I'm touching the back, and do I feel stronger by it or weakened by it?
I mean, you were just burned, so I think you're probably feeling pain mostly right now.
I'm biting. I'm clenching down my teeth and trying not to scream underwater.
Yeah. You definitely are able to stifle your scream of pain. But yeah, it's like a weird sizzling as all these superheated bubbles sort of float up around you.
Want to heal there, pal?
And yeah, you sort of stumble forward.
I'm bloodied.
Klaugi, you guys can see that he really did pull a part of himself out. Like there's like sort of an open wound almost where this armor plate once was. And he sort of then collapses or sinks back down onto his front flippers, or his one of them. The other one is holding your friend. And he just sort of throws the elf forward. So his sort of limp body floats towards all of you.
All right, I'm going to throw a couple healing words on Alaron for a total of 13.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Your sort of head sort of brightens, your flames sort of casting light on this scene.
Yeah, so what happens is that the edges of the plate glow even whiter bright hot, but for some reason it kind of numbs the existing pain.
Thank you.
After my heat has kind of burned itself out, the plate is actually slightly cooler because it's just like basically I'm making it burn hotter but for shorter. Self-cauterizing. It's all fine.
Totally.
Hey Ken, you took that Leonardo comment I made a little too literally,
huh? Maybe that's it. But yeah, you do gain some of the powers of Klaugischieldkrote. Specifically, that you can breathe underwater now.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Are you a turtle now?
Yeah, I'm
Are
totally
you
a
a turtle?
Am I
I think-
teenage? No.
Yeah, so you're basically his familiar now. If what he's saying is right. It's like he can see through your eyes, and you have a fragment of his power. You're
Rimpy
his Rimpy.
sympathizes. Rimpy's like,
Rimpathizes.
Yeah, Alaron, you definitely feel like you have been altered to some degree. There is a power that is infusing you. It feels warm and almost like a rush. You definitely feel like your physiology is changing. You are becoming a magical creature, or more magical, as the case may be.
C'est la vie.
Indeed. And Klaugischieldkrote says, our bargain has been struck. I have not spoken with creatures such as you.
Thank
Full
you.
stop.
I've never talked to a big dragon turtle. Your
Thank you
Honor.
for your consideration, and there will be more tribute forthcoming.
Yes. Yes. If you wish to stay in my lands, you must pay tribute.
I just sort of make a mental note of like, all right, so we have to get the tower to the fish people. We have to get the tribute to the dragon turtle. Like, gonna have very little left after this whole castle venture is over.
Awesome.
Gonna have to go adventuring and make a profit.
Klaugi says to you all, as its large form is starting to sort of slither back down into the trench, sort of backwards. Agents of the water, genie. They cannot find me. And with that, he sort of is slipping away, basically, his sort of head sinuously peering down below the edge of the trench.
All right. Well,
You look different.
I cover my turtle shell.
Does it fit? Can you?
Definitely. Like I said, the turtle shell, it's not like a Ninja Turtle where it like sticks up over your shoulders. It's more
Okay.
in line with your shoulders.
The sleek
It is sleek, yes.
turtle shell.
It is.
I think it looks cool.
All right.
And Alaron,
I'm not sure how long these potions last, but we should probably head back to the castle soon.
Alaron, the other way that your physiology changes is that you resist fire damage now.
Nice. Was this 5?
No, resist just half.
Halves it.
Oh,
Half. You resist fire damage. So any fire damage you take is just in half.
So you resist fire, I resist fire. I'm gonna go crazy with the fireballs.
Yeah.
I don't resist them.
You can dodge. You're a rogue. You'll be fine.
The elf Praeterno is unconscious. He is alive, but definitely unconscious.
So is the dragon isn't holding on to him, or
no, he
No,
threw
he
at us.
sort of threw him
oh, okay,
as he was leaving towards all of you
okay,
as part of the bargain you had made.
right. Since I give the armor, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's exactly
Can I try to wake him up?
Yes, definitely. He's very weakened, and he is beside himself that his spell book is gone. So he's just sort of like he just sort of keeps to himself. He doesn't have much to say.
Yeah, I just don't want to have to like drag him the whole way back.
Nope. He swims on his own power.
Okay.
So he seems very distraught.
There. It's just a book.
That book was my life.
Well, your life was just sitting still in a crystal for the last 100 years. Maybe you can get a new hobby.
And his face sours like you totally added salt to the wound. He's like, oh, my life sucks.
Do you want to? We can turn this party right around, and you can go back and get eaten by the turtle. Have this kind of attitude in my party.
You're berating him as you guys are swimming
I'm
back.
like, yeah, I had to give him my moderately valuable gems. God.
I gave up my fancy new armor that was slightly cursed, and by slightly I mean a lot. And he ate it. I'm not getting that back. I don't even want it back if he could give it back. I know where it's been now.
It's not,
Everyone should make a Arcana check, an intelligence check.
My strong suit.
Strong suit, exactly.
14.
Not bad.
10.
10.
19.
Wow, Elio.
Sometimes the die
Yeah.
is nice.
It's once you were like, he ate my armor, it's never coming back, I'm never going to see it again, I don't want it back. A sort of an old tale from sort of like a sailor, a pirate, sort of a pirate tale sort of comes into your mind. Callie, Alaron, you guys are like, yeah, that armor's probably just toast and destroyed, obviously. Like he just trolled you guys and just ate it in front of you. Elio, you heard a tale, an old pirate's tale, that said that dragon turtles eat their treasure and then regurgitate it in their secret hoards so that it's protected as they make their way home.
Ooh.
On second thought, well, I might be able to get it back. Do I want it back?
It's cursed.
A cursed. B will have been on the inside of a dragon turtle.
Can everyone make a perception check for me, please?
That's a 9.
A 9.
23.
Wow, son.
Yep, a crit 23 for me too.
Whoa!
I don't know why we're so observant while
Elio and
bickering about
Alaron, super
turtle armor.
observant as you're bickering, as you're berating the elven mage with you, Elio. Both you and Alaron catch sight of movement in the water. Things above you are sort of slicing through the water and cutting through the light and drawing your attention, though they're trying to do so as stealthily as possible. And you realize that there are actually two, count them, two sharks, giant sharks heading your way. Not only that, though, what's perhaps more frightening or disconcerting is that they seem to be traveling together very closely. And not only that, there seems to be someone right in the middle of them who has both their hands on both their fins. They're like holding onto the fins as they're being dragged down, or rather swimming down very quickly. And it seems like they're sort of angling towards you guys. The creature that is holding the sharks is a humanoid. They have purplish skin, though. Actually, I'm just going to show you a picture of them at this point, because I think that'll be more helpful. They sort of look like that. That's what they look like.
It's Atlantean.
That's yeah, sort of like that. That's sort of what they look like. Exactly. And they are making their way towards you all. You get the sense that they are not friendly. These creatures seem hostile to you, especially since you've run up against these sharks before on your way down here, Alaron and Cal. What would you guys like to do?
Can I cast a spell?
Yes, you can. Effectively, we could call this a surprise round. It sounds like we should all roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. So, Callie, you are surprised.
Oh,
Alaron and Elio are not. What'd you get, Callie?
9.
9.
9.
9.
Alaron?
20.
What? And Elio?
I got a 15.
Nice.
And I have updated my name with my armor class.
Oh,
My armor is
now that you're armorless once again. I love
I
it.
do have a shield
I love this. You got your shield. Alaron, you go first. You can see that the sharks are a good, probably about 100 feet above you.
Do I have a swim speed with this thing?
That you do not have.
Well, that's too bad, because I really am gonna wish I had one against two sharks. I swim up towards the sharks.
Awesome. Yeah, you definitely are able to swim half your speed, so you're able to swim 15 feet up. Are you double moving?
Yeah, I'll double move. This is
Cool.
Is
So
this a surprise round?
It is, but you can take a full action in a surprise round All the surprise round does is that the people who are surprised don't get to act.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you have that hashtag baggage from earlier editions, where in a surprise round you can only take a partial action, but in
Yeah.
fifth edition you can take all your actions because fifth edition is awesome. Not to
Thank
say the other editions aren't awesome, but it's pretty awesome to be able to take all your actions. All right, Alaron, you quickly swim upwards, getting closer. Now only 80 feet away from the creature. The sharks swim down towards you. They double move. They double move 80 feet, and they are immediately in front of you. Elio,
Okay.
it is your turn. The sharks and Alaron are basically right about to crash into each other.
Okay.
I would like to mention, sorry, that I'm bleeding into the water.
Oh, that's good. You're bloodied.
I've been bloodied for a while.
Nice.
Even with the 13 I healed you?
Yeah, I was doing pretty badly.
Oh, right. You guys had a fight yesterday. All right. Well, I will. What I'm going to do is, if I can angle it so Elrond is not quite inside of it, I'm going to cast a fireball at this guy right between the sharks, hitting him and both the sharks if I can.
Definitely. Go ahead and roll your damage. What is your save?
The save is 14.
Okay. Awesome. The sharks both succeed, but the creature riding them does not.
Okay. So that is 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. And dang. 17 plus 16 is 33 fire damage.
That is awesome. So 33 fire damage. Because it's underwater, the fire does less damage. It's like it's an explosion of fire, but it's underwater. So it's this it goes out
It is
really
magic.
quick. It is magic. That is true. So it does explode. Like it does go out.
The huge ball of boiling steam.
It is like a ball of boiling steam, exactly. And so effectively, what happens is that you scald both of the sharks. They are bloodied, like their sort of flesh is stripping off their sort of cartilage that makes up their forms. The creature riding them lets go as you can sort of see them cry out in pain, and they're like bubbles come out of their mouth, like they're breathing underwater just on their own. Like they do seem to have these weird sort of tentacles coming out of their face and off their form. They're wrapped in like seaweed or lakeweed. They have sort of like odd barnacles on different parts of them. They seem to be some sort of underwater or water priest or something like that. Yeah. And they sort of float off, and it is their turn. They swim up. They swim very quickly, like they have a swim speed. They swim sort of 30 feet away from you. And with that, they look at all of you and open their mouth, and their mouth seems to open up much larger than it could naturally. It seems to even cause them pain as they're sort of like writhing. But out of this blackened hole of this huge mouth, you hear a watery, oily voice say to you, I guess let's speak in common. They say, turn back, go to the above ground. The castle will not be yours again. And I need all of you to make charisma saving throws, please.
Is this verse a fear effect?
It is.
I'm brave.
You're so brave.
21.
Nice.
I got a 16.
16.
22.
Nice. None of you are afraid by this. None of
I got that charisma proficiency.
Yeah. And the mouth closes again. And it seems almost as if like the priest is exhausted by this effort of like doing this, seemingly to no effect. As all of you, the voice that you hear sickens you, and almost it seems like it's promising your death if you return to the castle. But you're able to shrug it off. all of you. And it is back at the top of the round. It is Alaron's turn. Alaron, what would you like to do?
How far am I from the man who was riding the sharks?
30 feet up from you.
30 feet up from me?
Mm-hmm.
So effectively, I can charge him.
You could double move. Yes.
I can move it and charge.
Charging isn't really a thing in 5th edition, so you could double move and then take your extra action if you wanted. Charger is a feat you could take if you want to become a charger.
Okay. So I guess I will swim up towards him.
Okay, just so we're clear, you swim at half your speed, which is 15. Also,
And
there are
he's 30,
sharks.
so
Exactly. Also, there are sharks that are right in front of you. They're adjacent to you.
Oh, they're still there. You said they swam up.
No, only he did. He swam up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about the mistake.
That makes sense. Okay, then I will not slash at him. I will slash at some sharks.
They are boiled sharks too. They're quite hurt. They're both bloodied. Their flesh
Let's
has
see if
been
we can
boiled
make him
off.
skewered shark.
Open up a
That's a
seafood
natural
restaurant.
1 on my first attack.
That will be a miss, as you basically shove your sword into one of their mouths and then retract it before they bite your hand off.
Oh, and this one is 18 on the die, so
Nice.
that's going to be a 24.
24 is a success. How much damage do you do?
I do 7 damage.
That is exactly what you need to do. Since your weapon is a piercing weapon, you're not affected by the underwater, and you're able to pierce right into the creature. Please describe for us how you defeat the shark.
I go to to stab my rapier at one, missing, and I swing my sword around, gashing it across the eyes.
Nice. The other one just goes nuts on you, trying to attack you, and is able to get through your armor with a 21. As you take 6 points of damage as the.
I'm gonna block that attack.
Nice. You block it. So you add how much to your armor class?
3.
Yeah, you add 3. Yeah, you defensive duelist that shit. Ding! As you throw your shield up in the way as it's about to bite into you.
Oh yeah.
And push it backwards. Well done. Elio, it's your turn.
All right. I will raise my hand towards the, towards Alaron and the shark, and say, even beneath the sea, the light of the sun reflects. And shining light pours off my hand as I do a sacred flame at the shark, and I do a healing word on Alaron.
Nice. The shark is able to succeed on its sacred flame.
Dang. Well, Alaron still gets healed for 6 points of damage.
Thank you.
Nice.
I'm no longer bloodied.
So this is it's all the same fire. It washes over you and the shark, and it's kind of tingly, and it feels a little like getting kind of it feels a little boiling too, but it's kind of refreshing after it passes over you. But the shark dodged,
It's a refreshing flame.
I did what I could.
Anything else you want to do?
That's me. That's my turn. I'm not really swimming anywhere right now.
The light comes off, and the priest looks down at you, Elio, with hate in his eyes, and sort of calls out in watery common, saying, "Your god has no place here. Only the darkness of my master." And he seems to cast a spell at you as squirming ebony tentacles burst from the ground underneath you in sort of a 20-foot square. You're sort of floating above them, but they are reaching for you. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Not one of my better saving throws.
Oh.
That is a 3 on the die, and that is a 3 total.
Yes, you, unfortunately, my friend, are restrained by these tentacles, these black tentacles, and they begin to crush you for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
You will be taking more damage at the beginning of your turn, but you can definitely make a strength or dexterity check at the end of your turn to free yourself.
Well, that actually would have gone worse for me if I still had the armor on. So
yeah, it wouldn't have. That's funny that you say that. And I apologize. You can take an action to try and free yourself. Yes. So black tentacles have exploded, and he's sort of cackling the water priest, tentacle priest. And it is your turn finally, Callie.
I was so mad about my gems. I was just like, rah, 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 and then all this stuff starts exploding around me, and I realize there's combat. I guess I'm gonna try to swim at my feeble half speed toward Aileron and the shark, the remaining shark. My movement's 25 feet, so I guess I can get.
So your half your speed is 10 basically, so you can move 20. Aileron also moved 20 upwards to meet them, so you're fine.
Because I
You can
could
swim
move
up there.
and then dash with my cunning action and then
Yes,
still attack.
exactly.
So
Exactly. That's exactly correct. So
that's-
you kick your little legs as fast as possible, and you swim right up there as quick as possible with your little dagger out.
Surprisingly fast, and I'm gonna like try to harpoon the shark with the dagger.
Exactly, like in the belly.
Yeah. Let's see. We get an 18.
18 success.
So that's just.
You will have sneak attack on this.
Yes. Surprise. Ooh, 11, 12, 13, 19 piercing damage.
Whoa! What do you describe for us how you defeat this creature?
Ooh, man, I'm just like a little rocket just coming right off the seafloor. Yep. And I managed to plunge the dagger right into its sharky heart. And it just goes still in the water.
Indeed.
I'm like, ooh.
Awesome. Yeah, you totally do. And with that, both the sharks have been dispatched, and it is Aileron's turn. The tentacle priest is 30 feet above you in the water.
I get to go before him.
You do.
Your initiative was really good, remember?
Yep.
I'm gonna double move.
You are able to get to him by double moving. You are engaged with him.
I'm going to action surge.
Action surge!
And I'm gonna attack him twice.
Make your attacks, please.
Oh, it's my first one of these. I got a 19 on a die.
Yeah, burn. That is a crit for you, champion.
And the other attack is 13 AC.
Success. How much damage you do on your crit, please?
That's max damage.
No, you'll roll double damage. So you roll your weapon die twice and then add your modifier.
That's 12 damage
All right.
on the first hit, and 10 damage on the second hit.
That bloodies him with the first hit, and then does even more as you're just and he's not wearing any armor. He has no armor on. He's like almost like a swimmer. He's just got these weird sort of robes, like robe bottoms on, and you can tell that it's almost like his swimming isn't his legs moving. It's almost like this whirlpool that's at his bottom that he's able to like zip around using. Like it's a magical effect. As you attack him, he's like trying to ward you off and sort of yelling, my master will destroy you. You will never take the castle. And it is Elio's turn.
Now, did all of that damage disrupt his concentration if he was concentrating on these tentacles?
Oh, you are such a smart person. Ask that question. In fact, it does. It
Cool.
does, in fact, stop.
I appreciate that.
Yes, it does, in fact, stop his concentration. It's like, and the tentacles begin to sort of dissipate, basically, and turn into just vapor around you, Elio.
I can do that.
Okay. I will shoot a ray of light from my spear as the tentacles and darkness around me disperse. And cast Guiding Bolt on this awful creature. Or no, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't prepare that today. Never mind. Scorching Ray, which will be a bolt of boiling fire.
Yeah.
Well, 3 rays, I guess, because that's how that spell works.
Indeed.
So 3 attacks. So one of them is only a 10.
10 is a success.
Hit. Sorry?
10 is a success.
Wow.
Is a
His
success.
armor
Wow.
class is 10.
Wow. Well, the other 2 were 23s, so
Yeah.
I think those all
He
hit
does
then.
not give a fuck.
Well, let's see how he likes this then.
There's no fuck.
So one of the bolts does 6. One does 6. the last one does 5.
17, huh?
17 fire damage.
All right. You're just a few hit points shy. Anyway, but that does fuck him up as he's like this superheated, supercharged. His energy is like cutting into his flesh. You can see now that he seems to have some sort of tattoo on his chest. That now that you're closer to him, Aileron, and the best way I can describe it is it's a big toad's face. Like that's the best. It's almost like a mix between a toad and a trout folk. But it's just like the fattest trout folk face if it is a trout folk. Or it looks like a toad. Just really fat and big. As he's torn up by these savage, steaming strikes of magic, he begins to evoke his own magic again. And a whirlpool begins to form in between himself and Aileron, and it forms here in the middle, and Callie and Elio are sort of on the other side of it. As he's sort of moving his hands around, he says, by the power of my master, the water shall strike ye. And a lightning bolt flies from the whirlpool, almost as if some underwater storm has been summoned. You need to make a dexterity saving throw, please, as a lightning bolt strikes you.
Ooh, that's 11. Oh,
11.
it's 11.
11. Are you choosing to succeed or fail this? You will be at disadvantage on your next throw, no matter what it is.
My next roll. Yes, I'm going to take this.
All right, you succeed, which means you take 3 lightning damage.
I agree with your decision there. Seems smart.
You choose to succeed, you take 3 lightning damage.
Oh.
Okay.
It sounded much worse than that.
And it is Callie's turn. Callie, what are you doing?
So I'm going to try get on top of this dying shark and then kick off again for another torpedo action.
Torpedo! You are not able to make it as far this time. At the end of your turn, or rather at the end of your dash, you're 10 feet away. Are you using your action to continue to move, or are you doing something else?
What is this? So I can't throw weapons underwater, right?
No. The only things that you can sort of do are use like crossbows are okay, and piercing weapons. Slashing and bludgeoning, not so great.
I'm going to be like, you're not even scary. And I'm going to conjure a mage hand and try to poke him in the eye. It's not really
okay.
an attack.
You conjure a mage hand.
I'm just going to
No, that's fine. You're sort of distracting him. You're sort of distracting him with the mage hand. So,
yeah, can she aid Aileron with that?
Sort of, unfortunately, you can't aid him, but you can distract him. So you're distracting him with your mage hand. That makes perfect sense.
That.
Getting poked in the eye. Aileron, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to fell this foe.
All right, go ahead and make your attacks. You're at disadvantage on your first attack.
Well, I don't think I'm going to do possibly worse than the first one. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Well, 2 is a miss.
2 is a miss. Make your second attack, please.
Oh, 3 is probably
3 is also a miss.
That's a 9 altogether.
9 is a miss, unfortunately.
So close.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that 11, You saved against the lightning, but you're just sort of jiggling in place, like you can't get your muscles to respond. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Aileron? You took your action. You still have a move action.
No, that's good.
Okay. It is Elio's turn.
Okay. Is this whirlpool blocking my line of sight to this guy,
yes.
or is it? Can I try to kind of swim sideways so I can at least see him? I'm not trying to get closer. I just want to,
Yeah, you're just going horizontally, as it were. Yeah, totally. You swim to the side.
Yeah.
You swim to the side. Yes.
Okay. And then I'm just going to fling another ball of light at him with my Sacred Flame. Sorry, forgot the name for a second.
Please roll your damage.
All right. So he failed.
High.
Where are my D8s?
That's the name of my band.
Where am I?
So he takes 9 points.
Yeah, where am I? It's a great band. We play prog rock.
9 radiant damage.
Please describe for us how you defeat this creature.
All right. So Yeah, it's just kind of a glowing ball of light that flies out of my hand, and it kind of reflects and refracts off the whirlpool in the water as it bends around it to get to him.
Awesome. Keep going.
And as Aileron kind of slashes at him, and he's busy using his tentacles to defend against that, it just hits him right in the middle of that tattoo in the middle of his chest, and just kind of burns through him.
Exactly, and his burnt corpse is sort of charred and floating in the water. You guys are like, what? Like, it seems as if some force unknown to you heretofore has reared itself against you, since you now have taken up the cause of Klaugischieldkrote. The castle of Id Othramel shines underneath the Glimmer Lake as you're swimming closer and closer to it. But something about it seems a little sinister now. Something in there something in there has not been revealed. And when it is, you're worried that it will be very dangerous for you. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I am Ken Breeze, Burling's Beard. You can find me on my website of the same name, burlingsbeard.com, and on Twitter and on Instagram. I also do concierge DMing in the New York City area, so check me out. Maybe you want to hire me to DM. I'd love to come by. We also have great players with us. We have Kelsey playing Callie. Kelsey, thank you so much for playing. Where can we find more of what you're up to?
Thanks for having me. You can find me on my website. It is thearcanelibrary.com. I put out D&D adventures. There's one up for free right now, and I'm working on an epic level 1. This is the first time I'm revealing that publicly, so hopefully that will be out in a couple of weeks.
Wow. You heard it here first, everybody. Epic level adventure. And we have Anthony playing Aileron. Thanks again, man. And where can we find more of what you're up to, Anthony?
You can find me on Instagram at I'll Allow It.
Awesome. Great. And bringing up the rear, we have Thomas playing Elio. Thomas, always a pleasure to have you. Where can we find more of what you're up to?
I'm on Twitter at Soul of Twit, TWHIT.
Awesome. And if you are in the East Coast area and you're planning to go to PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia in November, definitely drop me a line. I'll be there. Maybe we can meet up and say hi, play some games, and hang out. All right, everybody. Until next week, we'll leave you. Keep rocking on, and we'll be back with more Secrets of Hammerfast then. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.